Hello sweet friends, welcome back to my channel. There is a basket in this shot. What in the world? Weird. Okay. Basket, get out of there. Okay, there we go. I don't have like a tripod or anything, so I'm like balancing my phone on some books, but it works. So winter has gotten long. I think we're all just about ready for it to be over. I know that I've started wistfully thinking about spring and summer and how much I want it to be here. So in an effort to keep a positive mindset and to just enjoy the rest of the days that we have left in winter, I kind of wanted to talk about like the things that I do to try and keep winter cheerful, or just to try to enjoy the winter time and not wish it away so much. I have got a whole list of things to keep winter more cheerful and to stay cheerful during the winter time. And when I'm getting down or sad on a wintry day, or it's just yucky and cloudy and rainy like it is today, these are things that I go to like cheer myself up and to make a more fun environment for my family as we get through the winter time. Let's start. Number one, candles. Candles are huge. I was talking with my friend Jillian, and she said she always knew that it was winter time or fall when her mom would get all of the candles out. And instead of it being like, oh, summer's over, this is sad, it was kind of something to look forward to because you got all these pretty candles in your house. That's a huge way that I feel like I can beat the wintry blues, by just sprinkling candles everywhere. I can't put them on little side tables or anything because babies, but I like to put them up high on little shelves or on our countertop or on our table, or after the kids go to bed, then I put some more candles out, especially if friends come over. And just the glow and the scent of them is just so nice, and it's so cheerful. And I'll just get, some of them are scented, the ones that I usually are given to me, or if I can find more like naturally scented candles instead of like the really strong, potent, like artificially scented candles. I will sometimes just get scentless white candles and put those around the house and light those at night. And so rather than like dreading the wintertime, dreading the darkness, dreading the end of the day when the light goes away, I get kind of excited because it means I can light my candles. And so it's kind of a fun way to stay cheerful when there's not as much light around. Okay, I put fireplace in quotations. So we don't actually have a real fireplace, but if you go on YouTube, like if you can put a YouTube app on your television, there's some amazing fireplace videos that you can look up on YouTube, and they're really amazing quality, and they usually come with like crackling fire noises, or some of them have even like blizzard storm noises, or like jazz music in the background or Christmas music in the background, and it's really, really pretty. So I usually look up, especially in the morning and in the evening, I like putting like a pretend fireplace on our TV because it makes it so cozy, and you can almost feel like the warmth coming off of it just because mentally you're like, there's a fireplace, it's super cozy in our house right now, this is awesome. So that's kind of fun. Tea and game nights, this is a big one. Probably every other Sunday or weekend or so, we like to have tea and game nights with some of our friends, and it's so fun just to have something to look forward to. We do this in the summer as well, but it's especially fun in the wintertime because it's cold and it's dreary and you can't really be outside and it gets dark really quickly. And so just to like light some candles and brew some tea and play games with friends is a really fun way to kind of make those cold wintry nights a little bit more enjoyable. It's been a huge thing that we've looked forward to with our friends. Blankets and pillows. I am a blankets fiend, first of all. I have two over there, I have one on this chair, I have one on the couch that's just in our living room alone. Like, I have blankets and baskets to hold blankets everywhere, and it's so much fun, and it makes things so much more cozy. Looking at like a pretty print of a blanket or seeing it draped over your bed or a chair instantly makes everything softer and more cozy. I try to make my house like a nest all the time, but especially in the winter, I like everything to be soft and fuzzy and for there to be different kinds of textures going on because it just makes your house nicer to be in, especially when it's yucky outside. Music. Music is so huge, you guys. Music has such a power, at least for me, to change my mood from being happy and cheerful and even more productive to sad and glum and just like out of it and melancholic. If I find the right music, I like listening to like happy, cheerful guitar music or oldies or classical music or Broadway music, whatever it is that day that I'm feeling, it can help me so much to be in a more cheerful mindset. And especially during the winter when there's no sunlight, it's kind of like sunlight for your ears, if that makes sense. So we are playing music all the time because of that reason. Another thing is movies. It's fun, especially if you don't want to like watch just sort of like a mindless movie, to look up something that's a little bit more educational or wholesome for your brain. So I'll oftentimes look up like National Geographic shows or nature shows and put those on, and hearing that beautiful like calming British voice in the background and seeing like tropical fish swim across your TV screen or any other kinds of animals or plants or anything about nature, it kind of instantly cheers you up and you almost always learn something in the process. So that's kind of a fun way too, that we just keep things cheery and bright, especially on these dark winter days. If it's a tropical show, it's kind of fun because it's something to like look forward to for the summer, and you feel like it's brought a little bit of summer and warmth into your house. And if it's something that's like a winter show and it kind of shows you the beauty and the like fun and excitement and necessity of winter for our ecosystem, that's kind of cool and inspiring too. Going outside even when I don't feel like it. My friend Kristen said there's no such thing as bad weather, there's only bad weather clothing. And that's something that I've thought about a lot. It's so easy to make the excuse like, it's too cold to go outside, I don't want to go outside, it's too cold, like we're not doing it, not going outside. And then you don't go outside for like days and days and days on end because the weather is never getting nicer for a while. Sometimes I just have to bite the bullet, and you put on coats and hats and mittens and the right shoes and you go outside, and inevitably I always feel better. I always feel rejuvenated. Joseph gets to like run out a ton of energy, and you still get that fresh air, and there is still technically sunlight filtering through the clouds. It might not be direct sunlight, but it's still good for us to be outside and getting fresh air. And so even when I don't feel like it, I always feel better even if I go out in bad weather and just for a few minutes walk around or play outside with Joseph. A huge part of it is just having clothing that prepares you for the weather rather than not going outside at all. Cozy foods. Cozy foods is a fun one. Using this time to make really yummy soups and stews and baking yummy bread and just trying to match the food to the season, and also trying to brighten your home by having lots of fresh fruits and vegetables, and to help kind of like perk you up when you feel like everything's sort of like brown and dying outside. Especially where we live, we don't hardly ever get snow. And so it'll be cold, it'll be yucky, everything's dead, but we still don't have like a fresh blanket of snow to kind of make everything brighter and prettier. So having fresh fruits and vegetables and having cozy food is something that I feel like our soul just needs to kind of like zhuzh it back up a little bit. On the weekends, we like to take time to find all the fun indoor things to do. During the week, sometimes I'll go to the library with the kids, or I'll go to the mall or go to a store and walk around. There's a lot of really fun antique stores around here, so I'll pack them into the stroller and we'll walk around. There's a gym that offers open gymnastics time for toddlers, and we'll go do that. A huge part of staying active in the winter and still getting like fun active playtime in is just finding the places around you that have fun indoor activities for kids. So, you know, gyms that offer open playtime for kids, or we have a mall that has a like big play area that kids can go play on. To be honest, I haven't gone very recently just because it's flu season, and I cannot imagine the swarthing of germs that are covering it right now. Like, I just mentally can't get myself to bring him there and put him at so much exposure for germs. But when we're not so much in sick season, then it's a really fun place to go. On the weekends, we will go to the zoo, and even when it's cold, we'll just bundle up and walk around the zoo. And usually the fun big animals are way more active because it's cold, which is something that I didn't realize before. Like, you'll go, and the bears and the big cats, they'll be way more active because it's cold and they're not as uncomfortable because they've got all this fur. So in the summertime, they're just like laying there, but in the wintertime, they're actually like moving around and doing stuff. So that's really fun. We also go to an indoor pool that is on post. So that's kind of a fun time of year to take advantage of that as well, and go to an indoor pool and kind of imagine that it's summertime again. It's really fun. Wintertime and times when it's like outside is such a good time to take care of your home. This is the time of year when I do a lot of organizing, a lot of decluttering. I have more time to get chores done throughout the day, so I try to keep my home really clean and really neat and comfortable, just because I have more time and we're indoors more to be able to do that. And I usually, I'll take out toys for Joseph to play with and I'll organize something or go through something and declutter it. It's kind of nice having more time that I usually don't have in the summertime because we want to be outside. During the winter, I have more time to be able to do things like that. Plants are also another big one. It's really important to me that I have like green, lush plants inside to kind of bring a little bit of life to our house, especially when there's no alive plants outside. Books are huge. Obviously, books are huge every single day of the year, but it's another thing that can just help you feel more cheerful. So when we're driving in the car and it's gray out, then we'll put on an audiobook. Or when we're at home, we'll pull out a stack of books. And if we have a long afternoon inside, we can read books together. And inevitably, that always cheers me up as well. Also, it's a good excuse to take a trip to the library if it's a yucky day and bring home a bunch of fun books to read together as a family. That's all the ones that come to my mind. I'm sure I could think of more if I keep going through my mind and what I try to do during the wintertime to keep things happy and cheerful, but that's kind of the main things that are sticking out to me right now. I would love to hear about what you guys do to help get yourselves through the winter and stay sane during these darker months. Please like this video and subscribe to my channel. I appreciate you guys so much, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.